lesson to take. Okay.
So you're giving the print?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a lesson here so he can take it home and practice. Okay, this is a Navajo flute made by Jonah Thompson. He signs it here at JT. He's originally from Kayenta, but he lives now in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now I'll show you the workings of these flutes are all underneath this animal. Now this is not a complete tube inside, it's not hollow, but it has a stopper. So you blow your air through here, it hits the stopper, it's forced along this channel. The animal on top directs the air to this part of the hole. Now this is cut at an angle, so it splits your air, so part of it enters the hole and reverberates through the tube, and it gives you your sound. So the animal needs to be placed in the right spot. So you want to pull your animal over this first hole and right to the edge of the second. Now that measurement is important, because if you go past that edge even just a little bit, when you go to play, there's no sound. So if you do any hiking or anything and you don't get any sound out of your flute, always check this little animal. Now the same is true as if you pull it too far back, where you see the actual channel underneath the animal, you'll have a sound, but it has a hissing to it because you're losing air out of that. And you have to blow harder to produce a note. Now once it's in place in the proper measurement right there on the edge, the bottom edge of this animal lining up with the edge of that rectangle hole, now you get the good sound on this here. Now what the instructions are going to show you is two sets of notes. There's one that you only play the bottom three and the top two holes, and this one finger doesn't move, and that's where that Native American sound comes from. So here I'll play those set of notes for you. So from out of those notes, so that's just from those notes. Now the sixth hole is added so you can play a major scale, and that's also here in the book. So the major scale is these notes here. You start out with your fingers on these 5 holes, and this is how it's played. Now this last note is 2 full covered holes and a half hole. So from those notes you can play like Mary Had a Little Lamb, or here Twinkle Little Star. So you play all kinds of things. And one thing that's not in the book, which I'll show you since you want to learn how to play for people, is take the first 3 notes, and that changes the mode of your sound. You can get like a gypsy sound and play songs you hear from Spain down into the Middle East. The secret behind that is just taking your first 3 notes, you lift the middle one first when you're playing, when you start out, or you leave it till last. You lift these other 2 first and leave that one for last. So I'll do the middle one first. Then the middle one last. Then one thing to practice, it's going to have the song "My Country 'Tis of Thee." So you practice half notes. So you take your finger and roll it just halfway off the hole, and not completely taken off, but halfway. So. So yeah, so you can play all kinds of neat things on there. So hope that helps you out. Yeah.